I was a little bit worried about the League Cup competition and the quality of the opposition that we had to play against and the effect that that might have on morale. But we seem to have come through that unscathed, and morale is still intact, and we were very competitive. We have also made a good start to the season, and we also have a potential goal of the season to share with you as well. And we've made a couple of transfers in the early part of the transfer window. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Elgin. And if you are new to the channel, why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very good stuff that you can see scrolling above. And just by way of an update in terms of what's happening in my personal life at the moment, I will be moving to a new place at the end of this month. And so for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to upload videos Monday, Wednesday and Friday, where we will be focusing on Elgin City, and then when we move to the new place we'll be adding Tuesday and Thursday, where we will add an under the bonnet save, where we will be looking at how I play the game in a little bit more depth. And so we're looking forward to doing that, and hopefully you can hang on for that for another couple of weeks. And it has been a very interesting start to the season, and at the end of the first round of games you can see that we are on top of League 2 just by goal difference at this point in time, but we have made a very good start. We also managed to maneuver that very difficult group that we had in the League Cup, and we've come through that pretty well, much better than I had actually expected. But let's go and have a look at two of the games that we've played that have caught my eye. And so in terms of the schedule, what that means is that it does not look so bad at all, and we have played 6 games, we've won 4 and lost 2. You saw us lose 4-3 in the very annoying fixture against Montrose, but then we played very well against Aberdeen and only just lost by 2-1, Aberdeen being a Premiership club, and we were very unfortunate actually to lose that game by 2-1. And then we played Arbroath from League One, and we managed to beat them on penalties. We drew 1-1 and beat them on penalties. And then in a friendly against Tranent, we beat them 3-2. We didn't play very well in that game, but we were good enough just to secure the victory. And then Kelty Hearts in the League Cup Group C, we beat them by 3-1, and they also were a League One team, and we managed to put them away without any problems, as you saw in the video. And then we played East Fife in the opening game of the season, and we managed to win by 2-0. A very, very comfortable performance. We dominated the match. East Fife, who are one of the favourites to be up in the promotion spots, and we put them away quite easily. And I think that goal by Soppel is possibly a contender already for the goal of the season. It's going to be very, very difficult to beat that. And today we will be playing Stirling Albion. Stirling Albion, who are predicted to finish in third, while we are now at the moment predicted to finish in fifth. And in terms of transfers, we have made a couple of transfers, and we have brought in Nathan Gilhooly on a free transfer, and he is a fullback. He looks like a very decent player. He has got good potential. He's pretty good as a fullback, and I think he's the kind of player that I want in the team. He's going to do very, very well, I think, playing as a fullback, and hopefully he will have a very, very good season for us. And then we also brought in Dino Leddy. He is a centre-back. He's a young lad, 20 years old, but he has fairly decent attributes, and he has a lot of potential, and so he has come in as the backup for the main two, McCarty and Jevon Anderson, and I'm hoping that he will do a good job as a backup, and that he will also have a very good season, and that he will progress towards his potential. He looks like a good signing for free to me. And then finally we brought in Campbell Notley. He is a midfielder. He's come in as a fringe player. He's just a backup really, and he is somewhere down the list in terms of where he stands in the midfield, but I am short in midfield and I still need to bring in one more, and I hope that he'll just do well as a backup and provide some cover for the main midfield that we have in place at the moment. In terms of the squad planner, we still need to find a left back, and we still need more in midfield, and I think we need to find another defensive midfielder who can play in both positions, and hopefully then that will mean the squad will be at its best. I would like to find another striker as well. We have the main two strikers and two young boys who can cover them, and our attacking midfielder Soppel can also play as a striker, but they don't really have the ability yet. They are all just like breakthrough prospects, and I'd like to get one more striker in, if it's at all possible, before the window closes. So a striker, a midfielder, particularly a defensive midfielder, and a left back are the targets for the rest of the transfer window. And so it has been a very, very good start to the season. We are top of the league alphabetically. There's nothing in it yet. We do have to play now Stirling Albion. This is also going to be a very, very big test for us, and hopefully we will come through this test. And I think it's now time to go and see what happens on the pitch. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is Hoban in goal with Cairns, Anderson, McCarty and Young at the back, Draper, Cameron, Thomas and Notley in midfield, with Dingwell and Hester playing up front. It is pretty much our strongest team, and it is a team that I'm going to have to rely on, I think, unless I can make about 2 or 3 more signings as the season progresses. And I'm going to tell them that I want to be impressed today, and you have the ability, I have faith in you. Get out there, make a difference and bring home the 3 points. And it is possible, but it is going to be a very, very tough game. We've had two very difficult tests to begin the seasons with East Fife and now Stirling Albion. But I guess with only 10 teams in the league, there are always going to be difficult fixtures. We are going to play with a low block today. We are away, and they are a very, very strong team. And we're going to play with a low block, play with a cautious mentality, and hopefully, if we can soak up the pressure early on, then maybe later in the game we'll start taking the game to them. But we have had the better of the exchanges at the moment. We are doing better than Stirling Albion. We've had 2 chances. Our XG is better. In the early exchanges, we've done a lot better. But it is Stirling Albion with the first highlight. And they fire in a free kick. But we've easily mopped that up at the back. And here's Anderson. Anderson is looking long. He's looking for Dingwell. And Dingwell didn't quite know what he was doing then. And Stirling Albion can bring the ball away. And here is a long ball forward, and it seems like all the teams in this league are playing these long balls forward. And there's a lovely pass into space for Dingwell, but nicely tackled in the penalty area. But what has the referee seen? I think, is he giving a penalty? Yes, he has. He's given us a penalty. I'm not quite sure. I thought that was a bit soft, but we'll take the penalty. And here is Hester with the spot kick. We don't have the best penalty-taking team, but that was very cheeky. And it is 1-0 to Elgin. And we are in front. And the low block has done well to begin with. I had a sense that they would bring the game to us early on, and I felt we needed to defend very well. We are in front. It's now 1-0, and we're going to make some changes, I think. And I'm going to work the ball into the box. And out of possession, I think I'm going to trigger press a little bit more often. And we're going to tell the boys to stay on their feet because we don't want people diving in. And here is a chance for Stirling Albion. They're going to bring the ball forward, and they are looking out wide. And there's a long ball again through the middle, and that's easily intercepted by Anderson. Anderson finds Cairns on the right. Cairns, can he find support? There's nobody really supporting him. He looks wide to Young. Young with a long ball forward again, but that's easily intercepted. The match engine, the game engine, and the animations are really interesting. They do make for interesting viewing. There's a lot of errors going on, and both teams are making errors. It's just who can make the most of these errors. And here is Dingwell again. Dingwell, he looks inside for Anderson. Anderson, who's playing quite well at the moment, he finds Notley. Notley, can he get a ball in? Yes, he can. And here is Dingwell in space, and Dingwell's made it 2-0. It is Stirling Albion 0, Elgin 2. We are absolutely dominating this game. The low block has worked perfectly. Stirling Albion had not had a shot on goal, and we have dominated the game just by breaking forward. And Dingwell found himself through the middle, beat his man to the ball and fired it into the corner. It's Stirling Albion 0, Elgin 2. I am quite surprised by what's going on. I'm going to make some adjustments to the screen, and I'll be right back. And so we've made a little bit of an adjustment. We are actually dominating this game. We're doing very, very well. I do apologise for my voice. I've had a cold ever since I returned to the UK. And I got a bit of a sore throat. So hopefully bear with me. I'm going to probably buy some medicine this afternoon. Some throat medicine. As a cross goes in, that's easily claimed by the goalkeeper. What I actually want to do is probably make another change. I want to make sure that they're crossing it low. This low block is a very interesting thing to use, especially away from home, and it does seem to work this time around. And there's a clearance that's picked up, and Cameron picks up the ball, and here is Dingwell again, and he's in space, and he's made it 3-0. We are 3-0 up. And Stirling Albion 0, Elgin City 3. We are sending out a message to the rest of the league. Do not write us off. We are a very, very good side. and if you write us off, you do so at your peril. Lovely ball through. Dingwell found himself in space. The goalkeeper was all over the place, and now we are 3-0 up before half-time. This has worked out absolutely perfectly. Tactically, we seem to have got it right, and we are 3-0 up, and hopefully we can continue to keep out Stirling Albion now, although they do have a chance, but that's straight at the goalkeeper, Hoban. And now we need to slow that down and get to half-time. And we're doing very, very well. And I think I'm just going to have a look at the team instructions. And in possession, yeah, I think everything is okay there. I don't want to add anything to that. We're closing them down nicely. And yeah, I think it looks very good. And I don't want to change anything, actually. And I'm just going to tell them that they're doing absolutely fabulous. They are dominating the game. The low block tactic is absolutely fabulous, especially when you're playing away. But we are dominating the game, and it's looking good. It's 60 minutes gone. It is with Stirling Albion now. This is where the AI manager for Stirling Albion will change the tactics a little bit. We do need to be wary of what they do and keep looking at where they're attacking. There's another long ball over the top, and it has found space, and he has been forced out wide. We've got to try and stop these crosses, but they have scored. I had a funny feeling this was going to happen. They have scored. It's 3-1. We do need to close down the space a little bit more, and maybe the fullbacks could go onto a defend duty now, because I want to stop these crosses coming in. And let's put the fullbacks on defend. Let's hold on to our lead. Let's not do anything silly. Let's just hold on to the lead now. We're 3-1 up, and Thompson's finding a lot of space in the area. I'm going to make a few changes now, as we've got some very tired players on the pitch. And so we've made a couple of changes. I can see that Draper is very tired. We might have to bring him off. And we're going to probably do something about that within the next couple of minutes. And no, we're going to let it run. We'll just let it run. We're 3-1 up. We're winning the game. And we have won the game. And it is Stirling Albion 1, Elgin City 3. We have shocked everyone so far this season. We are doing very, very well. We are top of the league after 2 games. Can't ask for more. This has been an absolutely outstanding performance today, and you can see our form is brilliant. We do have Aberdeen reserves in the Challenge Cup first round coming up. Then we'll be playing Forfar, Stranraer and Dumbarton, games I think we should be winning. And so I think we'll come back once the transfer window has shut, when we'll play the game against Bonnyrigg Rose. That's a lovely name for a football team, Bonnyrigg Rose. We'll be playing them next at home, and I think we're all set for what could be a very, very good season. So that's it for this video. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help us to grow, help us to support that really good stuff that you can see scrolling above. And we are delighted with how things are going at the moment. We are top of the league. We are unbeaten in the league. We had a Super League Cup where we were very, very competitive and did ourselves proud. And so far, things are looking very good. And all that remains to be said now is we will see you all in the next episode.